The drama of the evening surrounded Chris.
Was Chris the one that when he got out of the limo mentioned that he hadn't had sex?
No, that was Quincy.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yes. I don't remember what Chris did. Did I delete my list? I wrote all this stuff down last week. Oh, he recited a poem. Chris. I want to find... Because I think Chris is one of the other guys that's like yeah, we got to stop having these guys on. Mentality coach.
Yes.
Because Kelly was saying the same thing. She was like, I'm getting major Carl vibes from this guy. And I was like, couldn't agree more. And that's who I was trying to think of when we were doing bios. Yeah. So we see them talking at the house. They're having this conversation. He's with the guys. They're talking about fantasy suites. And the guy said that, Chris had brought up fantasy suites. And he alludes to the fact that if he were to make it that far, if they were to have sex and a female, he kept saying, which I literally hate, a female were to have sex with one of the other guys, it's a deal breaker for him. He would leave. And all the guys were like, whoa, man, it's the second day we're here. Like, you're way ahead of yourself. And like, also, would you tell Gabby and Rachel that? Because that seems like we've seen that story play out many times. It never goes well.
Never.
So if you do feel that way, you got to share it beforehand. And he just sounded like a dickhead, kind of like condescending, and all the other guys agreed. And Nate said very well to him, like, the way you're talking about control is not good. And I gotta find somebody had tweeted the quote, and I thought it was really good. And now I want to see if I can remember what it was. Oh, he said, you cannot have preconditions to love. It's just a form of control that a lot of men don't realize that they do, that damages good women.
That's beautiful.
Very well said.
Very insightful.
And he's so right. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what Chris was doing. And that carried on to the cocktail party, because the guys that were in that moment, Quincy's a serious guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, we know he's the entrance with the sex thing, and then he was like, I wouldn't keep secrets like from my wife, was like his logic on telling the girls what happened. It was like, whoa, okay, you're also maybe a little ahead of yourself here. Yeah. But he tells Rachel what was said and what happened. Rachel takes that to Gabby. They both don't like it. They both address Chris. Chris tries to talk himself out of it. He can't. And they tell him to leave. They walk him out. He tries to walk like behind them, and Gabby's like, no, you fucking go in front of us. Like, we're walking out. And then he gets outside. He's like, what? So what do I just like keep walking? He's like, yeah, we asked you to leave. Keep going. And then at some point he felt he wanted to turn around and come back in and address the guys. He came back in and just like plucked them. He's like, yeah, Jordan, gonna need you. Hayden, yeah, where's Hayden? Hayden, yeah, come with me. Quincy, yeah, gonna need you too.
I'm surprised they all followed him. Like, I'd have been like, fuck off.
Like,
I'm not following you.
Yeah, they're like,
what do you
hello,
call
did
me
you just
over
get
for?
Sent home? So he sits them all down outside, and he's like standing. He's like, so who felt like, that needed to be brought up, blah, 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 that it was all me. And the conversation lasted 30 seconds before Rachel and Gabby came through in a very good way. They were like, Rachel was like, excuse me, didn't we tell you to leave? That meant leave. So we didn't actually get a chance to talk to them, which was good because we didn't need to see him on TV any longer. I'm done. Let's like mentality coaches.
They're never good because they think that they're right about everything.
Yeah.
They think that they got life figured out, so they got to like let everyone know the deal. And sometimes, and granted, it's not all of them, because there are, I believe, a couple other on this season, or at least maybe one other. And it's just like what they were saying, that sometimes when they speak, it is so condescending because it's like they feel like they are
philosophers. Like,
Yeah, they
have
already
all the
know.
answers.
They have it figured out.
They have it figured out. And it's like, no. Let me tell you what this is really is. Like, so he's finally gone. They go into the rose ceremony. It's a big rose ceremony. A bunch of guys go home that I can't remember
or care about.
Ryan, the guy from Boston. John, I think, is the one that mixed up their names. So he went home. And then I think there was maybe like 6 total. If I think that might have been.
They had to get rid of some because they
totally
were holding
so
on
many guys
from the first week.
Yeah, so many guys were still there. And Mario got the last rose. Gabby had given him her first impression rose, but during the cocktail party, Mario had brought Rachel outside. He's a personal trainer. They were joking around. He was carrying her around, giggling. They're laughing. Gabby could see them. You could kind of see her like give the side eye look that she's watching. She saw what went down. So I think that was definitely a production tactic of like, oh, he's going to get the last rose. Let's make it seem like now there's going to be drama there. Yeah. It's just a sign that this whole dating both of them is not going to work. No, and that's the build up they're going to
You're obviously going to get mad that your friend is flirting with a guy you like, and they all are flirting with dating each other. So it's like going to get very messy.
I know. Now it feels like it feels like it's coming together more in the story of how they're both going to be dating the same guys like for a while, and this drama is going to build and build. They're going to have more and more of these moments, and then they're going to have like some big reveal of like, okay, now we're splitting up.
And then some people are going to not, and they're going to switch over and be like, ooh, I picked the wrong person. And then
some people will be like, I fucked up.
I could tell that the rest of the season, we're going to have a problem with how this plays out.
Totally.
With just how it's handled.
I already am having a problem with how it's
I think a lot of people are. I think everyone's like, we could have just went with one Bachelorette. One of them would have been great. Now we have fighting of friends, the boys, the guys thinking they're in control, them switching over, people getting their feelings hurt more than they originally would. So it's messy.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't maybe, is it better odds? Yeah. But is it like, I don't think that these two women are going to like really go at it with each other, but it is going to be very sad when they have to deal with guys telling them that they like their best friend more than them. Like that's
there's going to be some unspoken hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to definitely get messy. We knew that it's already starting. And we will see more of that next week. And Trent will be back. Actually,
he will be.
So that'll be great.